What's up, everybody? I'm Adrian.
I'm Clark. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at our Supro dual-tone Zinky mod amp. Welcome to Liquid Studios. It's a 25 watt amp, and I guess it's basically a Supro blue velvet and a black body, which makes it a really rare find to come across.
Anybody who's into classic rock and classic amps would know the Supro name. They were made very famous back in the 70s. A lot of guys were using
60s as well.
Yeah, a lot of guys
used one.
Yeah, a lot of the guys we like, any of that classic rock, a lot of them did use those Supro amps. And it's wild what the prices of some of those vintage ones have creeped up to. So when we got an opportunity to get our hands on this, I was pretty excited about it, just to check it out and see what it could do. Like Clark said, because it is based off of the Fender Vibrolux, and we've had a lot of experience with Fender amps over the years. To get something that's in a bit smaller of a package, that's light and portable, we were excited to really dive into that and check that out. My first experience with this amp, after hearing it, the clean tones in it are unbelievable. There's been a few amps over the years for clean tones that I've really been taken back by, and this is up there as one of them. When you hear this amp, it sounds amazing for nice clean guitar sounds. You couldn't really ask for much more out of it, and with the built-in reverb, that's just another huge bonus to it.
The reverb is really nice in this unit. It sounds great. I always just have it on slightly on the amp just because it adds so much depth to your sound. I also really like this amp because of the simplicity on it. It has 2 channels on it and it has a master volume, but on the 2 channels you only get one tone knob, kind of like my Dr. Z amp that I had, which I really like that idea too, because it's just a simple sweep of one knob to get a great sound as opposed to fiddling around with your EQ for a while. The really cool thing too is it does have a mid, boost, and cut on each channel as well, which really adds a lot to your tones if you're looking to switch things up. The second channel on this amp is the Overdrive channel, which also sounds really nice. It sounds like a classic rock type of tone to it. It doesn't have like the Marshall bite or anything to it. It definitely has more of the like American crunch type of sound to it, but it's great. It's really nice, really bright, and it helps to really cut a guitar into the mix.
Yeah, it's a really nice sound out of it. A very much contrast to, we just have a video too we're working on with our Rev G20. So this is very different in contrast to it. Like this gives you that classic tube amp sound if that's what you're looking for. Like I mentioned earlier about like the sounds of the 60s and 70s. And even to, like Clark said, just the fact that it has the one tone knob on it, which was very much like those classic amps of the 60s. If that's what you're looking for, is something for like those classic rock sounds and tones, this is going to be right in the alley of what you're going to want. If you're looking for something of more modern type of sounds and high gains, this probably isn't the amp you're going to look at, because it's just, that's not what it's designed to be and to do.
Even though the amp isn't really designed for that, I will say it does take pedals extremely well. I haven't tried to go to like a crazy high gain sound out of the amp, but you'll hear in the demo I do set the gain up on the amp very high, and I try it with an SD1, and it does sound great. It's just, yeah, not that highly compressed type of sound that most people are used to hearing out of high gain amps now.
And that's one thing that I like about the classic tube amps, is the fact that there's so much dynamics in them, and they really do react to your playing. Whereas on a lot of these modern high gain amps, it's all the tubes in the front section of it that they're running off of, not so much the power tubes. So it's giving you such a highly compressed sound. It's a balancing act. Like they sound great, but you lose that dynamics into the amp. Whereas with an amp like this, you get all of those dynamics.
When you hear the sound samples of this amp, we have them hooked up to our Shure SM57 and our Aston Origin mic on the amp, and then those two are blended together, and that will be the sound that you will hear from the entire demo. Also with the demo, the speaker has been changed in the amp. There's an original Supro speaker that goes with the amp, but when I got the amp, it had a Celestian greenback in it. So just keep that in mind for if you were to come across one of these other amps. It might not sound exactly the same because we do have a different speaker in it. So in the end, I think out of most of the amps that we've shown and reviewed on this channel, this one might end up being a keeper amp just because of its rarity, and it does have so much character to it as a clean amp.
This is up there as in the top clean amps we've ever owned and that we've played and that I've heard. There's been, like I said, there's been a couple that have really stood out to me, and this holds its own with any of them. Thanks everybody for checking out our video. If you liked it,
Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our latest videos.
you can connect with us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
We also host a live stream every Monday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube.
All the songs we create are released on all the major distributors, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and YouTube Music. We use DistroKid to release our content. Anybody who's not a member, there's an affiliate link below. You can sign up and save yourself 7%. Thanks for watching.